So, our first season in League 2 had been a walk in the park so far, as we had brushed every team aside with relative ease. But could we really expect this to continue throughout the season? We'd gotten through the busy festive period unscathed and had an amazing run in the League Cup, and were following that up in the FA Cup. And a slight tweak to our style saw us really push on. Our first game in this episode saw us face Luton at home. The Championship side came into this as game as heavy favourites, but never one to shy away, especially in front of the North Wales faithful. We put up a fight and ran out 3-0 winners, thanks to goals from Paul Mullin and Jerome Sinclair. Sinclair has certainly shown his class when called upon and has never let me down. With the next round being drawn straight after the match, an away game at QPR awaits us, and what an exciting prospect that is. Next up, we travel to Mansfield. The home side were unbeaten in 9 at home and coming into the game full of confidence. And this showed, as despite an early goal from Macaulay Bone, we never looked threatening. They managed to shut us down at every opportunity. A penalty just before the break, scored by McAlney, who grabbed his second just before the hour, condemned us to our first league defeat of the season, and it was imperative that we bounced back fast. And thankfully, we were back in league action just 4 days later, as Hartlepool made the 175-mile trip up north. And unfortunately for them, bounce back we did, and we did this in some style. A Paul Mullin hat-trick helped us along the way to a 4-1 win in front of over 9,000 fans at the racecourse ground. With us now having opened up a 12-point lead at the top of the table and Paul Mullin flying on 27 goals in just February, it was becoming clear that we would be playing League 1 football next season. But a cruel injury to star centre-back Ben Goodlife during a routine training session saw him ruled out for a year, and reinforcements were now needed. And they came in the form of a Dishon Bernard from Manchester United. The young defender certainly has potential to go a long way in the sport, and he's going to be key for us in the run-in this year. But back to league action as we travel to Wigan in the Papa John's Trophy. A depleted squad due to a busy schedule meant a number of reserve team players were called upon, but that didn't stop us taking the lead through Liam Welsh in the first half. Sadly, Wigan's class and fitness told as they scored 3 second-half goals to knock us out of what was a winnable trophy, but maybe next season. The gap in the league was growing, 14 points, and we had a game in hand. It was possible that we could get a record points haul this season, one that would never be beaten. And our new system of a narrow 4-3-3 was reaping the results, and with Sinclair having hit form at the right time, it was only right that he began starting in front of Ollie Palmer. Earlier in the season, we had dismantled Bradford 4-0 at home, and it was important to put down another marker against the promotion challenger. And in a fiery match, we did just that. Now both teams were reduced to 10 men, while goals from Liam Cullen and Liam Walsh gave us a 2-1 away win. And up next, we travelled to London for the FA Cup 4th round match against Queen's Park Rangers. With these being a championship side, we expected a tough game, but it was anything but that. Thanks to goals from Palmer, Mullin, O'Connor, Sinclair and Elliot Lee, the 5th round awaited us as we ran out 5-2 winners. Could we finally get that big Premier League home tie that our fans had been craving? Well, sadly not, as we were drawn against West Ham, who found themselves in the Championship this season. Back to league action as we take on Grimsby at home, and it's always good to get a win over this side, and goals from Liam Walsh and a Paul Mullin brace gave us a comfortable 3-0 win. We then welcomed Swindon to the racecourse ground, and an early goal by Liam Cullen gave us a 1-0 win. With the league somewhat of a foregone conclusion now, the board were delighted, but we were still struggling to win over fans who, despite our free scoring and tight defence, wanted to see a more direct style of football being played. And it's time for the FA Cup. Now, West Ham had kept a lot of their players despite being relegated, and we matched them for almost 70 minutes, but an Iosi Perez broke the deadlock. Craig Dawson made it 2-0 in injury time to give them a 2-0 win and knock us out of the cup.